Hey guys, welcome back, and today it's a tutorial. What? Yes, so I am going to show you how I make my daughter's dresses. So this is a shout out to my niece who's like, Auntie, we need tutorials. And this is a shout out to my little YouTube friend that says, how can you call yourself a novice and you've been sewing for so long? And I explained it to her, a lot of what I do is trial and error. Now, with the dresses that I make for my daughter, I do not use a pattern. And so, for you beginner sewers and you kind of intermediate level sewers, I'm going to show you how I do her dresses, and they're really easy. And pretty much once I kind of perfected this method, like every dress that I make from that point forward is made using this method, and it's so easy because all you have to do, you can just switch up the details. If you want to add lace trim, if you want to add ribbon, if you want to add a belt, if you want to add buttons, all of those little accent pieces are easy to change, but the foundation of the dress is very simple, and that's what I'm going to show you today. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go over the materials that you need for this particular project. So let me preface this by saying that my daughter wears a girl's size 7 to 8, but she's also very slender and very tall for her age group. And so for me, I always have to be mindful of the height proportions for the dress. Now, for this particular dress, we because it is a lined dress, fully lined bodice, and it has an underskirt, you're going to need a little bit more material than what you would normally do. So we have two fabrics that we worked with. The first fabric was my black floral fabric. Okay, so my black floral, and I purchased approximately 1.5 yards of this fabric. Now you are going to make adjustments depending on your child's measurements up or down. Now because when I purchased this fabric, I didn't have an idea of the type of dress I was going to make, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough fabric. I actually wound up using the majority of the fabric, so this is pretty much what's left over. And the skirt for this dress is a very full skirt, which is why I use so much fabric, okay? So we have our main fabric, approximately 1.5 yards, because we are doing a very full skirt. And then we have our lining and underskirt fabric, okay? So again, you're going to need maybe about 1.5 yards, again, of this fabric as well. Make the adjustments depending on your child's measurements. Now, okay, I say, and this is just personal preference, whatever fabric you are going to be using for your lining, you can use also for your underskirt, provided that it is the same front and back. Okay, if it is a fabric like this that has a definitive front and back side, it's not going to look as good because this particular dress has a high-low skirt, and so you're going to see the back of your underskirt fabric. Okay, now I also use trimming on this particular dress. I purchased a 3-yard roll, prepackaged roll of trim. This is all that I have left of that 3-yard roll, and so that will tell you, just how gathered my daughter's skirt was. Okay, so that was about $2 for that. Contrasting threads, needles and pins, your handy dandy scissors, and don't be like me, make sure your scissors are sharpened. Okay, measure tape. If you are starting, it is good to have your child's measurements, okay? You can also find kind of like generic measurements online. You can do a Google search, but having that written down is just good information to have. Now, for the construction of this particular dress, I used one of my daughter's shirts as a template for the bodice. I used her turtleneck because turtlenecks tend to have a closer fit to the body as opposed to t-shirts, which are typically looser. So you definitely want something that has a closer fit but not fitted to the body. Okay, so make sure you have one of your child's shirts available to you if you do not have the measurements. This is going to give you a great guide for how to do the collar and how to do your armholes, and actually how wide to make the bodice. So make sure it is a current shirt that you are using for your template. Okay, so once you have all your materials lined up, you want to make sure you pre-wash that fabric. Pre-wash and dry your fabric, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and get started into this project. my daughter absolutely loves this dress. I did get it done by the time she got home, and she was just like, oh, can I wear my dress? What? Do I get another one? Like, what's the deal, Mom? I think this is a dress that a novice can make, but I think what's going to get people, I know because it's what got me in the beginning, was the confidence factor. It really was the confidence factor, and I believe you guys can do it. This is a dress that is a very simple bodice. Even though it is fully lined, I believe the instructions are there very clear on how to put together this simple bodice for your child and just attach it to the gathered skirt. Now you can change up your details, you can change your trim, you can add a ribbon, you can add bows, you can add buttons, you can do all that lovely, wonderful stuff. If you don't want a high-low skirt, don't cut the skirt fabric like that. It's that easy. But at the end of the day, this is a pattern that will work from toddler age, up to middle school. They probably don't want to wear something like this, into middle school, and that's okay because my daughter's not in middle school, so there. So, but I hope you enjoyed the video and the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the dress that I made. I really do look forward to hearing about the projects that you guys work on. So if you've attempted this tutorial, guys, let me know how it turned out. I look forward to hearing that. And so at the end of the day, baby girl loved her dress. She looked like a princess. She felt like a princess, and it was just, she told me it was the best birthday ever, even though she says that every year. She said it was the best birthday ever, and what more could I ask for? So, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye.